I had to do her hair before we turned on Kiddie Pal. Welcome back, guys. So I said, you know what? Sometimes I do it after the fact because I be wanting her to hurry up and eat. But then I was like, you know what? I need to do it before program starts for our Kiddie Pal. So today she has Subway meatballs and celebrating 2 days ago. She turned 2 years old. So we're celebrating her second Diwali, joyful Diwali, where I finally birthed the last witnesses on earth, females. New generation, what? Gen Alpha. Okay? Yay! So it's good. Gen A. Alpha. And this is Diwali Rebirth. Light over darkness. The spell is broken. Second, she's 2 years old. So in earth time, she's 2, but in heaven time, she's 3. So I always know that I'm always a year ahead. 2 weeks equals a year to me. Okay, if that makes sense. I'm always 2 weeks ahead and 2 weeks backwards. And I'm always equaling 2 weeks always equals a year. Because remember, it takes 9 months to carry a child. They are existing. That's why I'm here to tell y'all the truth of the seed is existing. It's conscious in my womb at conception. So she was existing 9 months prior to her coming to the physical realm. So time and age do not start on her exact delivery in earth, but that's just a mathematical equation. And like I told y'all, I'm the G code. So you always know when I come back, G code. I'm the scepter, September. I'm not an October Libra. I am a September. Not G code 0927. Key to the life, not death. Okay, so yes, I'm not a fallen angel, but I am a seraphim one. Which is pretty much one of the strongest one, but I morally deal with like the intellect, morality, holding the balance of that. I'm not dealing with like, you know, a lot of chains and operations that they deal with inside of the other levels, okay? So there's different types. Because I'm the caregiver of the mother, so I kind of represent more of that structure than just like musicians and law and things like that. Like, so, like, I love law and business, but that's not my title or specialty, which those are angels that does those type of positions too. So mostly angels love music, like I said, law, business, and like I said, me as mother, I like caregiving, bringing forth the life in the earth, yes, to stay in existence. So that's my position and role as the ET messenger, the lead. So I'm the lead of the light. And my husband represents the power of darkness, meaning, you know, power over the demons. That's a totally different rank than power as a angelic line. So that's why he can't destroy me and I can't destroy him. It equally balances itself out. It's good. So we had Subway. I love Subway pizza. So shout out to that. And also that rewards is pretty good. So like sign up y'all for the rewards. It is so weird. I guess great minds think alike. She has on green too. So she has green on today. And I chose to put under my under green. So I was like, well, maybe we was thinking like, maybe I got my meshes in the rims. I'm like, okay, today we both were dressing alike. So didn't plan it, but hey, guess that's how God works. Was good. Yeah, she likes that sunny juice. Mango. Ooh, she said good, yeah. So she's doing well with her spoon. And then when she gets done, she always puts it back in. Like, so she's like learning proper manners in class and being elegant. And no, I would never abandon my child. Like I said, the only way I could leave my children is through death. I would never abandon them. So if it's anything, it's man law. Like I said, following Adam and that whore took my children away. Or continue to try to do stuff like that. And lie and stuff like that. So that's what happened. Women that's in covenant with men, like, you know, controlling men. My father was one of them too. Ain't none of the men in my land was no different than any of the other men. So I don't want y'all to get it twisted. I'm very fair about it. If we wrong, you wrong. You right, you right. Like, it doesn't matter if we blood or not. It's just, some things is just wrong. And like I said, they can be like that. And so women have, like I said, it's going to take them very much strength to get themselves off of that idolatry. Once you go that route, it is damn near hard and impossible for them to break it. That's why I never chose to do it. You know, one thing will lead out to another. First, they'll tell you this, that. Then you find yourself into a whole trap after just, you know, compromising or negotiating your value or your worth or your integrity. I don't never go there. That's why I'm in a situation. I never go there. I don't know how it feels to do that, to be evil, to be on that side, to just live without my guidance or my wisdom. I don't know how it feels. So I'll be lying if I tell y'all I do, ladies. I don't. And I'm not playing no games with y'all. I really don't know how it feels to do the things y'all do. I never been there. I barely don't even know how to really have sex like that, I guess. I know I'm not the best at like whatever, but I know I've been blessed with some things spiritually that makes people like me. And it just depends on how bad I like the man is, if I open up or not. So really, I didn't want every man to know if I was good or not anyway. So it didn't even really matter to me. But my husband's satisfied. We've been together for 7 years, like I said, with my Aries man. So I must be doing something right. But no, he doesn't require me to do those things, like I said, in the bedroom that y'all are doing with these men. And then it just makes a disgrace on our women when they do that. I'm glad he don't expect those things of me, so I don't have to really do that. So, yes, I may live without certain things, you know what I'm saying? But I'm very satisfied with, you know, I'd rather my spirit been protected and not defiled than for him to give me everything that I need and wouldn't have to worry about nothing. But I have to always constantly worry about, you know, the trust. So really, he earned my respect. Like I said, my respect and my trust is earned. Love and loyalty is free. Okay. So that's where I'm at with it. And so I don't even feel like, don't feel bad. It's okay. Like, don't feel bad. I know what's going on in South Africa may be a lot for y'all. Like, I testified to that. Yeah, I know. You know, now he's walking in her blood covenant. It's sad. It's crazy how the tables turn, huh? It's like, they're staining it. The whites are staining that blood covenant. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, it's mine. It's always been mine. Y'all came through my womb. He forced his way, as y'all see, inside of her womb by doing those things with that man-made law. And the whole purpose is they want to control that. Because if they control that part of the world, it's true. They control the whole empire. It is really true. So, you know, I'm glad to be in America now and formed a new alliance as daughter, because, again, I don't want to live like all that under that either, though. Like, I understand she's like, yeah, you're dealing with a heavy racism here and different things, too. Yeah, I can. It sometimes. I ain't going to knock it. But it's just still something different about our American spirit here and things that we are, you know, willing to talk about. And like, sometimes we have to get over those things and forgive. And I think they're going to be working on it. The children are going to try to show it better for me if they're representing me as North America. Okay, don't worry about that. But yeah, my black son nor my white son from Louisiana, whether he came through my sister or my mother, neither one of them are racist brothers to me. They never was. They did Now, I have a few of them that came through there that was very anti-Christ, like, but a lot of them, like, they're not like that. They will date white women or, like, other women and stuff like that, because I have met black men that are prejudiced towards her spirit. That is a truth, too, that exists. So, she's not lying. But at the same time, don't let your bad experiences shape everybody's like that, okay? Because I first thought that, too, with dark men. And so I got to meet one, but again, he wasn't pulled from other people, so I can't say if it's because he already of me that we don't got a problem like that, or I don't know. But like I told you, he's walking in his father's image. Fallen Adam was dark, but he come from a native mother. He's rooted down here with us, okay? His mother was not a black woman, okay? My mother was a black mother that started my foundation. So you see what I'm saying? We're still walking in truth regardless either way. But I'm the one that changed it in the midst to be positive and good and for where it works for me now. You know what I'm saying? So he's okay. I don't have to identify with the roots or whatever, but I don't even want him identified with black. That's what I'm trying to tell him. Like, you need to let that go. I understand you walk in your father's image, but you have to understand your mother matters, and when you reject her, you're rejecting me too. So I had to get him to understand that, because at first it was difficult. But yeah, so that's one thing I can say. So he was willing, my brothers down there, to give white women a try, whatever like that. They ain't gonna just mess with any one of them. But that's a lot to say, because like I said, there is some black men that don't like them completely, would not date them, and have issues. And I'm not saying they don't have their reasons too. But again, we're not a culture centered around that hate and judging people by the base off their skin. We learned to get along over the centuries based on us having parents that was raising us not with Confederacy doctrine, but they were raising us to be like American culture, where it represents all different people coming together to, in love, despite what was going on, to live amongst each other in peace. So if they don't have a problem with their Hades, their Jamaican, their islands, why don't y'all stay over there with that? That's all I'm saying. It's like, if y'all got beef among each other in the islands, y'all need to fix it, because that's what we did in the South or Southern Plain when we went to war with each other. We eventually became to know and be friends and obey the 10 Commandments and get along with each other, because we've already been there, and it doesn't win, and it hurts us all at the end of the day. So when you mature and develop spiritually with the word and come to accept God's message, that through their eyes, mother and father, I was treated as a daughter from mother and father fairly, okay? They didn't see me no different just because of, where, if I was a little darker, I was a little lighter. Oh, well, we come from each other's flesh. So we got to understand that. So I think the message was clear. It's just a lot of people just didn't want to understand why he chose what he chose. But it doesn't matter. The whole point, except the message that was given. So he dies for us to live, because again, the covenant is a covenant of life and death. Of course, the white father has to die for the black mother and the white daughter and the black son to live. That's how it was formed. So if you want to know how it works, if you're going to do multicultural, you're going to do mixing, that's the only way it's going to work and keep everybody in position of their authority. So I still have a son and a daughter, and we still have a mother and father. It's just the way that the mother and father and the son and daughter is set up. It's set up like that for a reason, for the nations to come through, whether they liked it or not. That's how it's set up. Now, if you're going to stay in your original covenant with your original spirit, then y'all don't have to worry about this message. But if you're open to complete the 10 Commandments and live like that, yeah, and live like that, and not off of patriotic, and you want to have a new experience, and you want to create multicultural children to raise, then that's the way y'all going to have to do it, in that order. If you don't do it in that order, it's not going to work out right. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. So if you don't, but if you want to stick with to like a law system, a patriotic, like, okay, I want to stick with my own, you know, all the cultures stay with their own, then yeah, y'all got a different message. I mean, you're going to deal with a little discrimination. You're going to have to be a little discriminated, and you're going to have to be a little prejudiced. You're going to have to raise your children in a different doctrine than you would as us. So that's the only difference I could tell you, is that the doctrine is going to change depending on, like I said, what you're raising your children under. Is it traditional? Is it a law? Is it a value? Is it a principle? So we chose to raise our children off the 10 Commandments and like a lighter law, but at the same time, we still have a law that coexists to keep us like inside of like a financial system. Yeah, because we can't live without money, right? So we can't live without money, but we also can't live without the principles of God. So we got to keep our values. So basically, I never sold my worth. I never went down in worth. I just kept my value. That's a different thing. Even if I had to lose a little worth to keep my value, I still wasn't doing it. So we'll see y'all in the next thing. I'm going to let her put some water in there. So she has a beautiful cake for her birthday. So happy Diwali. Which one? You want to put some water in it? All right, so we're going to take a next clip in a little bit, but thank y'all for tuning in for the part 1.